Hello, welcome to the first episode of the Tech Room. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Nikon Coolpix L120. Everybody should know that one commercial that Nikon makes, the one in Malibu.
The new Nikon Coolpix long zooms are here. The sexy S9100 with an 18-time zoom. The Coolpix L120 with a 21-time zoom. And the Coolpix P500 with an incredible 36-time zoom. Zoom makes them powerful. Their lenses make them Nikons. And the S9100 performs so well in low light you won't need a flash.
So, my job today is to see if that commercial is correct or not. This Nikon Coolpix L120 has an incredible zoom, as you are seeing behind me from all the videos I've taken with it. But the problem is, it makes you wonder, is this zoom really as good as it seems? Do you really not lose any of the pixelation from zooming in 21 times on a camera half the size of a DSLR? The answer is yes for that, no for everything else. This camera performs excellently in low light, if you don't mind noise. The noise in low light is extremely annoying for me. It's not that bad actually, if you turn the ISO all the way down to 80, but if you have it at a good ISO in low light, it's almost unacceptable to pictures. The video quality of this camera is pretty good at 720p. The last time I made the mistake on trying to compare it to a flip, because flips also record at 720p. This camera has a nicer pixelation density, I suppose. I would say that it's just about equal to a flip, but it has a much nicer lens. That's the thing that everybody's saying is making this camera its camera. That's the thing that everybody's saying is making this camera the camera it is. It's the lens. With a 21 times ultra wide angle lens, it's a pretty nice lens in the end. It has pretty nice depth of field, except the fact that you can't change the depth of field. You just have to hope that it focuses on when you want it to focus. That tends to work out, but a lot of times there's issues with that, especially with me who want it. I like my cameras to focus on random things and then blur into the video, but you can't really do that when you can't change your depth of field or your overall focusing system. However, last time I was here, I mentioned how this camera has no manual features. That's a lie. This camera can actually change its ISO and white balance, and on top of that, it can even change some exposure a tiny bit. Except that's all it can do. I mean, with a camera at this price range, almost $300, shaped like an SLR, and with as many commercials going for it, and as many wonderful reviews going for it as is, you would think that it would at least be able to have a focus ring, or at least a focus dial in the back, but there's absolutely no way to change your focusing on this camera. The camera has a lot of nice settings, including even a setting that can recognize a pet's face like a dog or a cat, and takes a continuous shot of pictures, so then you can at least get one of your dog looking at the camera. One annoying thing about this camera is it has absolutely no burst mode. It has a sports continuous shooting mode, where it takes a picture and you see the word busy for like 5 minutes, and then you see 5 pictures all taken within a few seconds of each other. This camera also features a few other nice systems, like face recognition, and it also has a nice amount of ports on its side, like HDMI and AV out, and of course the typical port that you plug into the computer. However, this camera has no mic jack. I looked everywhere and I looked up everything. There is no mic jack on a camera like this. They say it has a stereo microphone that's supposed to be sufficient enough. In my opinion, this camera's microphone is not sufficient. You can hear the echo going on in this room as is, and I'm right in front of a fabric wall. So I don't think the stereo microphone is as it should be, and you can't really change the sensitivity too much when it comes to the microphone. I know they're giving this camera a lot of bad reviews as of today. However, there is one incredible thing on this camera that barely any other competition has been able to be at this price range. 21 times the optical zoom, ultra wide angle, 14.1 megapixels, and on top of that, it's just a really nice built lens. I mean, that's something that not many other brands have been able to get to. The Nikon Coolpix L120 is a very nice camera and is worth buying if you do not mind having some noise or lack of controls. So, thank you for watching the Tech Room. This has been my review on the Nikon Coolpix L120.